Well, our HealthyState.org reporters canvass the state for health news and information. Dalia Colon joins us now to share our next report. Dalia?
Most of us throw away things that we no longer use, or we donate them to places like the Salvation Army. But what if you couldn't bear to part with anything? A condition called hoarding can have a devastating impact on people's lives. We're about to meet a man who's struggling with that problem.
My neighbor called the Lee County Animal Control saying that I wasn't taking care of my two dogs, and there wasn't any problem with my dogs, but they did see that I was becoming a hoarder. Not animal hoarder, but come on guys, things. Come on, Coco. This is my dining room. Moves on into the living room. It was just an accumulation of things that I didn't do anything with. And that's not how I used to live my life. You know, I was a single parent. I brought up my daughter from the time she was 4 years old. The house was always clean. I worked 2 jobs.
Hoarding is becoming recognized as a mental health disorder. People go through fads growing up. They may amass a lot of memorabilia. None of that's hoarding if it doesn't overwhelm living spaces or cause significant impairment or distress. There's an emotional attachment to the object or the animal that other people just won't have. It's centuries old, and it seems to be across most cultures.
I was a person that took things hard.
There's an excessive degree of trauma in their lives.
I lost a big job that I had. I went through all my savings, and then I started losing friends. I went into a state of depression. I just got to where I really didn't care. I knew I had a problem. I just didn't know how to get out of it.
Task force meeting. Need to just get it okay with everybody.
The living conditions is pretty bad, but she's very open. She's very open to just getting her house clean. She used to be a nurse.
I found it rather horrifying that there were no services being able to provide any type of care for these individuals. They generally, in the past, fell through the cracks.
And I hope that no one here thinks that this doesn't happen here.
We joined up coalition with agencies that are already focusing on human welfare. Each of the agencies are able to take a small piece of the pie.
In the last 15 months in Lee County, we've had at least a dozen cases that developed into full cases. Many more calls have come in. 80% to 90%, I've seen estimates of folks who are forced to clean out a house will have it filled up again in a year. Something arises for them that motivates them to change.
They came over and they said I wasn't doing anything illegal. It's just that, if I wanted help, they had a group that could help me out, and I accepted that help.
About 8 months ago, I joined the Lee County Task Force on Hoarding, and that is how I found out about this gentleman and was able to do some pro bono work for him.
No.
Not even.
I'm not even going to try.
Not even going to try.
No, I'm not going to embarrass myself. Well, it's been probably about 3 to 4 months now. It's not an overnight process. And these programs on TV where they walk in and they just, dump everything and, all well and good. The people themselves are not involved in it. The hoarder themselves. Where this is a whole different process.
It's all Chester's job to let go of things, not mine.
Just Mark. Chester, how you doing? Hi, guys.
I'm his counselor. We meet on an every other week basis. I've learned how important it is to have support and a way to process loss. One of our hoarders said it so well. I guess if you think you've lost everything in this world, you think, at least I have my stuff.
I'm starting to bring myself out of this. There we go. This is my daughter. Usually when she comes over, she goes to my sister's house, and I meet her over there. So, but this time when she comes over, she'll come here. So it'll be a different situation.
Hoarding is believed to affect 2 to 5% of the population. It's difficult to cure, but therapy and medications can make a difference. Back to you, Angie.